God's Unchained crypto up 90%, but just who are this innovative crypto company and why are they up so high? And should they be in your portfolio? Time to find out. Time to get focused.
Time to get focused with Focus on Investing.
Welcome to Focus on Investing, where we focus on investing. I am Focus, and today we're looking at God's Unchained cryptocurrency. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. And if you'd like to stay up to date with all of the latest, hottest, trending cryptocurrencies, forex pairs, stocks, and commodities, I had to remember all of them. We cover all types of assets on this channel. And if you don't want to be missing out on what's trending and what's pumping, then please hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon. We do release these videos as soon as you record them. So, as you're watching this, if you've hit the bell icon and you've got the notification, then, the opportunities that we speak about in this video are still available to you now. So again, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. And with nothing more to say, let's get on with this video. So here we're at God's Unchained website, godsunchained.com. All of the links that we cover today in this video will be in the description. And we're just going to start with going through the website, getting a bit of an understanding of who they are. Then we're going to look a bit about why they're pumping today. Then we're going to look at the tokenomics. And then lastly, we're going to do some technical analysis and analyze them on the charts. All right, let's get the party started. All right, so this is God's Unchained website. It says God's Unchained, the trading card game that pays to play God's Unchained. So it appears to be some sort of card playing game, online card playing game. It's a $52 million plus worth of cards exchange, led by Chris Clay, former game director of Magic, The Gathering Arena. It says $570,000 tournament prize pool. This is interesting. So it's a card game that offers prize funds. If you can't sell your items, you don't own them. Interesting. In 2020, players spent $74 billion on in-game items. Players received $0. It all went to giant game companies. Players deserve better. Okay, so I guess what they're saying is, in the traditional market, players spent all of this money on in-game items, I guess like loots, cosmetics, upgrades, and boots, and all these type of things here, and all of it went to the game companies. I don't want to name some game companies, but I know some of them are coming to mind. Some of them game companies that make the same game every year, but always acting microtransactions. So I guess they're saying that with this kind of game model, that people will be able to, receive some of that money back. True ownership for players. Unlike other free-to-play games, God's Unchained gives you complete ownership over your in-game items. Collect rare cards, build your own deck, and sell cards to other players. Okay, so this appears to be like a video of part of the game. So it's a card game, but it's very animated. For me myself, I'm a console player. I'm not really a card game player like this. So I used to play Top Trumps back in the day. If you remember Top Trumps, let me know in the comments. What was your favorite Top Trumps game? I used to like the Marvel ones. Used to have the I guess it wasn't a cinematic universe at the time, but they used to have the Marvel cards, and you could pick strength and who had power and who had all of these things. And once you started to learn the card game, you used to know who exactly to call out certain characteristics on certain cards. I think Doctor Strange was one of them that had high characteristics, obviously the Hulk and different people, but this is the kind of new modern day version of it now. They're doing it online with animations and different things that you can do. So yeah, interesting. It says get started now, work your way through the ranks, earn cards, and trade with other players to find the perfect deck that best suits your play style. So play, fight for glory, collect, win cards by playing games, trade, buy and sell cards, master, ascend with your perfect deck. I mean, it's an interesting idea, right? For those of us who've played computer games or video games, if you're in America, since you were born. Some of us mastered them. Some of us has friends or family members that mastered these games. Imagine that you could actually monetize that. So, how good you become, winning cards and things, you can actually sell that and make a living off of that. Quite an interesting idea. But again, that's what the, whole crypto revolution is about, right? Reshaping industry. Oh, and I just said reshaping. Reshaping a genre, not another glorified rock, paper, scissors TCG. To rise through the ranks, you will need to tactically outsmart your opponent at every turn. A talented team, people with really good principles when it comes to game design, and that is a very, very promising thing in the future for the future. That's by a merchant, TCG, YouTuber, and streamer. I don't know who that is. Free to play, not pay to win. Designed with a focus on fair competitive play, where you unlock cards simply by playing the game. Gods Unchained shows us the future of ownership. MIT Technology Review. Okay, MIT. Credible source. What they're saying: Fortune, PC World, MIT Technology Review, Venture Beat, Forbes, and Vice. I sold a card that I had earned for free just by playing the game for a little over $30. Now that's interesting. That was the moment P2E, play to earn, became real for me. Now that's a really interesting idea. As I said, it doesn't say here how long he had to grind for that card, though. That guy could have been grinding for months for that card to sell it for $30. Who knows? But we'll find out. We've got more comments here. God's Unchained gameplay is the sweet spot between simple enough to learn quickly and deep enough for competitive matches, as well as fun metagaming. The economy is something we've never seen before, and I'm excited to see it develop. Okay. So God's Unchained combines the best of Magic, the Gathering, and Hearthstone in a competitive, strategic, and well-balanced card game. Okay, so Magic is what was mentioned before, something about Magic before. I think one of the people working on this worked on Magic. I've never heard that before. I've heard of Hearthstone, but I've never heard of Gathering. The future of trading card games awaits. Okay. Let me see if I scroll to the top to see their menus. Okay, expansions, buy packs, market, learn, collections, open pack, God's tokens. So I guess it's these tokens that are with money. So I guess you sell the card for tokens, and then the tokens is some form of cryptocurrency that you can monetize, but you can directly buy tokens as well. I'm assuming we're going to find out maybe a bit more. All right, let me go to the bottom. I like to go to the blog to see what the latest updates are. We've got a pop-up. Let me see if there's anything there. Yeah, let me switch this page. Again, guys, in the comments, let me know what you think about, these sorts of gaming, crypto combined, kind of industry. It's kind of a new thing that's just started. Do you think it's worth it, or do you think it's a fad? It's kind of an NFT thing as well. Do you think the NFTs are a fad? What is your opinion on this? Are these just gimmicks, or do you think this is going to be something that's going to, stay around, and something that's really going to revolutionize the way we play, traditional computer or video games? Or do you think that that old model will still stay the same, and this is kind of either be a side model or something that would actually fade away, and we'll still continue to stick with our traditional models? 'Cause I know a lot of people are fed up with, these traditional video game companies that make the same game every year. They just update the name of the year on the box. They also hate the microtransactions and the pre-orders. So it's a lot of the industry, even this they call it games as a service, I think live service gaming, which essentially means they release the game without it being finished, and then they may or may not finish the game later. So there's a lot of gripes within the industry. So do you guys think that, at least if you could earn some of that money back with this, and you could maybe have some ownership in the game, that would change how people feel about games? Or do you think that this is just going to be, again, a side kind of project that runs alongside traditional gaming? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. So here we have their blog page that popped up. let's just have a quick flick through here and just see what their latest developments and what's going on with the company. So they say an extra special September development update. So they're giving development updates. This is number 3, so it's pretty new. Development daily play and earn feature. Development, the state of the economy, July 2022. The cosmos, the beginning of everything. First, there was nothing. Then there was the cosmos manifested in 6 domains. So this looks like a bit of law building. Cosmic clues. I have found something incredible. There are many creation stories explaining how everything began. What if they are wrong? So again, more law. 5 steps before you play. Bonus, learn how to install, connect, and use a crypto wallet too. Okay, so you can connect your crypto wallet to this. All right. So a bit of tips and tricks. Balance update September. Greetings, mortals. It's time to shake up the balance to make meta fun again. We mentioned we have so I don't know if you guys play, if you're a gamer like I am, but when they do rebalancing, typically when you release a game, you kind of try to estimate what you think the balance of certain weapons and certain metrics will be. And then when you actually play it in real life, you'll find that players tend to find the metric a bit better because there's so many players trying so many different things. They will quickly cotton on which is the best way to play the game. And oftentimes, a certain way might be overpowered or underpowered. So you have to come with an update to rebalance the powers within the game. So it's an update on multi-accounting. Okay. Hi, mortals. With the exciting launch of Daily Play and Earn this week, alongside the return of Refer a Friend program. Okay, so multi-accounting, so you can have more than one account. And again, these links will be in the description, so you can read these in more detail if you so choose to. It says balance update August, core set refresh and mortal judgment. All right. August development update, and then July patch notes. So it seems like they're quite actively, doing things, working on the game and some of the metrics and things that go into it. And they have news, law, gameplay, development, card sets. So it does seem like it's a well, maintained, and there's a lot of, excitement and development going on behind this game, which is quite interesting. All right, let's go and look at why exactly they've been pumping today. If you guys would like to support this channel, then you can hit our Cash App, which is #, focus on investing. And that the address or the account to send to is also written at the bottom of the screen and in the description as well. So we're going to this article, which will also be in the description, by Crypto News. And it's called God's Unchained Price Prediction. 4 reasons why God's is up 27% today. And I'm not going to read the whole article. Again, you'll have it in the link in the description if you want to read the whole article. But I've just highlighted certain paragraphs that cover what we need to cover. So it says one of the most popular online trading games, God's Unchained, is up 27% to 0.3886 due to a string of positive fundamentals. God's Unchained has recently announced a special promotion for GameStop's most dedicated and competitive customers, Power Up Rewards Pro members. With over 500,000 active users, God's Unchained is a free-to-play strategic card game that places real value on individual possessions. It's a chance for Web3 and Web3, a trading card game, to reach out to GameStop's most dedicated consumers and invite them to join the game's ecosystem. So we're going to go into the charts in a minute. The reason why God's is increasing today are as follows. Immutable X and Rarible work together to expand the market for gaming NFTs. Rarible, an NFT exchange, announced on September 13 that it had merged with Immutable X, an Ethereum Layer 2 rapid scaling solution, to add gaming NFTs to the platform. Blockchain gamers and NFT collectors can now use Rarible to buy and trade high-quality gaming NFTs from popular Immutable X-based games and projects like God's Unchained. Now, this is quite big, actually. I mean, I don't know if you guys know about Rarible. Rarible is one of the main marketplace for NFTs where, a lot of money has been made from NFTs, and a lot of the NFT industry has gone through Rarible. Now it's interesting that they merged with Immutable X that allows them to add gaming NFTs to platform. Now, this is one thing that they always spoke about NFTs, about the power of NFTs and gaming, right? So NFT stands for non-fungible tokens, and literally, it's it's owning digital assets. So typically, you know, if you're a gamer and you buy, some cosmetics, you don't really own the cosmetics. It stays within the game and you can't really do anything with it. But the whole idea of NFTs coming to gaming was that if, say, for instance, you buy a certain outfit, a certain cosmetic, that cosmetic has value and you own it and you can therefore sell it to another player or you can move it somewhere else. So say for instance, you unlock a super rare, gold skin for your gun and it's really rare, you can then sell that for a certain amount of value. It's rare ability within the game actually gives it a value like any sort of asset. If it's a rare asset, the rarer or scarcer it is, the more valuable it is. So why not, if this is a rare skin that you can unlock in the game, why not own that and monetize that for yourself? So I guess this is what this is allowing to do. And there's various different, if you play certain type of games like looters, whenever you pick up like a piece of gear, there's different levels of rarity, like common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, and all of these sorts of names. And I guess, they're called that because of, a lot of these assets or items are generated randomly by computers. They're like a percentage of how much it is out of 100 that you're likely to roll the dice and get this, right? But that variable also should have a value to it. So now this is what this is saying, that they're connecting the NFT space for this Immutable X to allow gaming NFTs to come to platforms for blockchain gamers. So now you can monetize through your crypto wallet, which you can connect these NFTs and these assets that you unlock in games, and now you can actually make money and utilize them, and they have an actual monetary value. So very interesting, very interesting. And this is what this post is saying. All right. So the next point, that was the first point. The next point of why, Gods is up today is they have a partnership with GameStop. Gods Unchained has announced an exclusive program for GameStop's Power Up Rewards Pro program members. By taking advantage of this opportunity, the Web3 trading card game hopes to reach out to and welcome the most ardent GameStop customers into the card games ecosystem. Months after entering the Web3 market, GameStop announced a partnership with Gods Unchained, which is interesting. I mean, we know how GameStop has been having its troubles, and then we've been having apes and people pumping up various groups. So I wonder if this will do something to bring GameStop back in again. The next thing they have is new NFT trading cards. Gods Unchained announced that NFT trading cards would be available at GameStop. Members of its loyalty program would benefit as the traditional store attempts to expand its presence on the cryptocurrency focused web. So interesting. So I guess you're merging, physical retail stores with these digital NFT, products. And the last reason as to why it's pumping, it's P2E feature. So for those who don't know, P2E means, player versus everyone versus as opposed to, P2P versus player sort of thing. All right. Gods Unchained has announced the launch of its daily play and earn feature. Previously, instead of gods, gamers would frequently receive cards as rewards. As a result, P2E features has altered everything in Gods Unchained. They talk about altering the number of rewards and fragments. All right. So again, if you want to read the whole of this, you can go into the link in the description. Go into the description and the link will be there. All right, we're going to take a look at the tokenomics of this coin before we get into the charts. Let's take a look here. Where are we here? Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Thank you. All right, so this is Coinbase. And we're looking at the tokenomics here. So we're looking at the market and the market stats. So for God's Unchained, the market cap is £32.4 million. The all-time high was £7.65. The volume over 24 hours was 27.6 million. The price change over the last hour is down 8.96%. The circulating supply is 7.4 gods. I guess that's the name of the coin, gods. Price change in the last 24 hour is up 52.82%. The typical hold time is 8 days. Interesting, especially in the terms of, you know, the games. So this might have something to do with game mechanics, why the hold is 8 days. Typically, whenever I look at, tokenomics, the hold is usually about 2 days or so, but this is 8 days. So quite a long hold, but it kind of would make sense if you're actually playing a game with it, again, a use case for the cryptocurrency. So price change in the last 7 days is up 44.37%. Its popularity is number 145, and its trading activity is 61% are buying and 39% are selling. All right, that's enough with the fundamentals. Let's get into some of the technical analysis on TradingView. This is our 4-screen setup of TradingView. You can also see on screen some of our custom coded indicators. If you would like to get your hands on our templates and our custom coded indicators that help you to analyze charts better, then go to focusoninvesting.io. There you can get involved in our investment course, which teaches you how to analyze stocks for yourself. So if you would like to analyze stocks, commodities, cryptocurrencies, and Forex pairs for yourself, and get the tools to help you do so, then you can go to focusoninvesting.io and get involved in our investing course. We also give you premium, investments in the categories of crypto, stocks, Forex, and commodities. These are, premium trades that we can't share on YouTube. Those are only for our exclusive members. These are premium trades that boost up months before we would ever share them on the internet, on YouTube. If you've been following our daily reviews of the markets, you know that some assets have been boosting up, and we've been sharing those with our members months before they blow up online. So if you're part of our community, part of our members, you'll be invested in it way before it comes here onto the YouTube. All right, again, so that's focusoninvesting.io. Go there and check it out if you're serious about getting into trading, investing, and improving your investing. All right. Again, this is God's Unchained against the United States dollar from Coinbase. Ticker symbol GODSUSD. All right, let's start with the monthly time frame. You can see it's quite a new chart, actually. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months worth of trading when we saw this initial coin offering. And we can see that we have our high here. Our high price is of 8. It was about 9, 8. About, we might as well say $9. And since the issuance, as we see most of these assets when they come into the market, you always notice that they end up going down.
It's going down.
That's what typically happens. As they issue, they end up tanking down to the downside. So we can see like a smooth curve, which is normal for most assets that are introduced to the market, as people who have their assets pre-market, have their coins pre-market, want to cash out as soon as it gets to market. All right. We can see that our high is at this $9 area for the previous year. And then our low of the previous year is around $4.19. So we're trading below our last year's previous high and low. Let's go to our weekly time frame. Let's reset the chart a little bit. All right, let's zoom in a bit. We see quite a smooth curve, a little pullback here. We can see a little boost in price around the week of the 28th of March, and then price comes back down again. Still very early. We don't appear to have any moving averages on the screen, again because the chart is quite early. We might start seeing those on the daily time frame, but we can see that again, as it's very new, we don't really have much established levels of support and resistance, only really pivot levels that can act as a level of support and resistance. And these are based on, peaks of price. So you can see here on the 28th of March, we had a wick that this was part of our little pullback, our little, retracement back up before we continue to the downside. And that little peak here created a pivot level. We have a pivot level here around the level of $1.86. And again, this could act as a level of support and resistance. We have another one, I think it's to the bottom of this bar on the 14th of March. This was a low, and we can see a low pivot. It's just hidden here behind these bars here. So we have a pivot level here of 98 cents. We have another, pivot high, which is here. I think this is for this bar here on the 16th of May, the week of the 16th of May. And that is around $1.39. Then we have another one for the week of the 9th of May, which is a low of 20 cents. And these are interesting or important to know and to point out, because as we see prices rise or lower, we want to know the areas that might, cause a bit of resistance for price moving in any particular direction. And we can see here that, we're starting to build a little channel with this long area of resistance above it. Excuse me. And this area of support below it. This creates like a little channel. And you can see already the effect of this sort of channel, how these bars have kind of moving sideways. You can see all of this movement here is a sideways movement. Sideways. And it's created this kind of like channeling effect where bars haven't moved up or down really anything significant. So, all right, let's go to the daily time frame where we get the most amount of information. Let's reset our chart. All right, now we can zoom in. And now we can start seeing, moving averages appearing on the screen. The moving averages represent the average price over a given time frame. So on the daily time frame, the 20 simple moving average represents the average price over 20 days, 50 over 50 days, and 200 over 200 days, right? So we can see if price is trading above or below average. And we can see here generally price tends to be trading below average. So the 20 simple moving average price generally trades below it, peaks up slightly here, but generally below it. The 50 simple moving average, again, price peaks up slightly below it, peaks up again here and here, but generally is trading below it. And then most recently, we have the 200 simple moving average, and price is completely below that. Now, bear in mind that these also act as a level of support and resistance, with the 200 being the strongest, 50 the second highest, strongest, and the 20 simple moving average as the weakest. Generally, prices don't really respect the 20. You find a lot that respect the 50 and even more that respect the 200 simple moving average. And we can see that price, if I bring up my arrow, a big kind of swoop downwards. Here we see our little pullback, and then price continues to kind of head down, not as smoothly as we've seen before. And then we can see price here along our kind of sideways movement that we pointed out before. And then if we draw our channel in, we can see that, it's really created from really around here-ish is where we see this massive channel where price is just trading in between. More than anything, is trading to the downside of it. Let's draw it here, and again in correlation with here. So if we zoom in a bit more, we can see that price, it's fallen down, started off in the middle of the channel and then falling to the bottom side, and just using the bottom of the channel as a level of support, falling below it, and just use this level of support as resistance. And then today we're seeing price kind of spike back into the channel. But if we look at our percentages, we can see that, current price is, again, the market is still open, so this is always changing, but current price is at 46 cents. We're up for the day 50.56%. On the last day, we was up 5.28%. For the week, we're up 43.99%. And for the month, we're up 50.06%. I don't know if we have a reading on our peak meter. Oh, we do. So on our all-time highs, or our most recent high, we're down 8.22% from our high. Again, which was at $4.05, and our current price is $0.48. Again, we can see that, where price is, we have how many resistance support levels? We have one support level here, which coincides with the bottom of the channel, and price is just broken through that level. So this is quite a good sign, actually, because if we look at all three of these, how these combine, we have the bottom of the channel, which will act as a level of support. We have this pivot level here, which coincides with this, the 15th of June. The low wick of the 15th of June has created a pivot level just above, around the same area of this, the bottom of the channel, an area of support. And if we look at this 50 simple moving average, we can see it comes down, but then it levels off. And then where it levels off, it actually levels off at the support level, which coincides with our pivot level and the bottom of our channel. So all three of these together not only, show that price is boosted quite strongly, the fact that it was able to break through all three of these levels, but the fact that now these exist below current price means that it will likely prevent price from falling back down as low as it was when it started. And then even below that, we have another pivot level here. Now, if we look to the upside, where we can see possible areas of, resistance to, price going higher, we can see we've got the 200 simple moving average here. This is quite a strong level of resistance. We also have the middle of the channel. The middle of the channel also acts as an area of resistance. And we can see it here when price kind of peaked up. It peaked up right to the middle of this channel, if you notice how it coincides with that as well. Even some of these bars here, even, here, this area here is peaked up to that level as well. So again, quite a strong level, and it kind of coincides, they're not exactly on, but the bottom of these, wicks from back in 24th of February and even the 15th of March, 14th of March, they've created this kind of pivot level here. And this is very close to the middle of the channel. Remember, pivot levels are not exact numbers. They are kind of zonal areas. So this kind of area will act as an area of resistance. Then we'll have the top of the channel, which coincides with the upper pivot level here. And then beyond that, we just have this pivot level here. So I think if we manage to, break through the middle of the resistance of the channel, break out the top of the channel, then we could be looking at hitting this level of $1.85. This is kind of a real, target area, maybe just slightly below at the top of these bars here or here. So anywhere between sort of this sort of range or this sort of area, we could see as well. So if I draw the bottom of this, then make that a channel as well, just to sort of illustrate this area. Anywhere in this sort of area, we could be looking to target if we make it outside of our channel as well. Again, guys, we like to go in depth with a lot of these stocks. If you want to stay up to date with, the latest trending stocks, get more information about them, why they're trending and what they're all about, then make sure you stay tuned to Focus on Investing. If you look at this video here on the right, we go into depth more into another stock or another cryptocurrency, another forex pair, or another commodity. And if you look at this video here on the left, you'll see that we go over all the trending assets for the day, which is, again, cryptocurrencies, commodities, stocks, and forex pairs. All right, guys, thank you for joining.